Greetings all of you. Today we are going to discuss about an important concept in probability, that is inverse probability. We can start with an example. So you consider two urns like urn A and another one urn B. Suppose that there are 5 black balls and 3 white balls in urn A and 4 black balls and 6 white balls in urn B. Suppose that we are going to draw one ball from an urn. So that one ball can be either taken from urn A or from urn B. So we are going to take one ball from A or B. And here is the event. I have taken one ball and that ball is white. So I am given that the ball I have drawn from urn A or urn B, whatever may be the case, the ball is white. Usually, we discuss about those questions where we have to find the probability that this ball drawn is white. Usually, we will be given problem like this, like an urn contains black balls and white balls like this. Another urn contains black balls and white balls like this. So, if we take one ball at random, what is the probability that the ball we have taken is white? Usually, we deal with such questions. But here, we are given that the ball drawn is white and we are asked to find the probability that the ball came from either urn A or urn B. So, the event that has happened will be taken as the event A. So, we call this as the event A. And these two events which happened before this, since we have these two urns, we have taken like this, right? So, we call these two as the causes, C-A-U-S-E-S, causes. So, these two are the causes for this event A and we usually denote the causes using B1, B2, etc. Here we have only two causes. So, we call the first cause as B1 and the second cause as B2. So, now we are given that the event A has happened, which means that it is given that we got a white ball and we are asked to find if the ball we obtained is white, what is the probability that the ball has been taken from the first urn? Or the question may be, if the ball obtained is white, what is the probability that the ball has been taken from the second urn, which is urn B? Like that. So, these types of questions are known as inverse probability questions. Why? Because here the end event or the ultimate event is given and we have to find the probability of the cause, either the cause B1 or the cause B2. In such cases, we use the concept of inverse probability. In order to solve questions related to inverse probability, we make use of a theorem, which is a very important theorem in probability, and it is known as Bayes' theorem. So, when you are asked about Bayes' theorem, the first and the most important point is that Bayes' theorem is the theorem related to inverse probability. So, this is a theorem related to inverse probability. And the next point is that using this theorem, we usually find, since this is related to inverse probability, using this theorem, we usually find the probability for a cause which made an event to happen. So, if we are given an event, what is the probability for the cause? That is what we are going to find using Bayes' theorem. So, in general, suppose that there are n number of causes B1, B2, etc., Bn, which affects the event A. So, here in the example, we have one event A and two causes B1 and B2. In general case, I am considering, suppose that there are n number of causes which affected the event A. Then, using Bayes' theorem, we have one formula, that is the probability of a particular cause Bk when given that the event A has already happened is given by, the formula is probability of this one, probability of BK into probability of the reverse, which means probability of A given BK. Here it is BK given A, so we can just reverse probability of A given BK divided by, then we have to write all the cases. Here I have taken only BK, but we have from B1, B2 till Bn. So we can write each of these cases in the same manner like this in the denominator. So what we get? Probability of B1 into probability of A given B1. Here instead of BK I have written B1, that's all. BK into probability of A given BK. Here probability of B1 into probability of A given B1 plus, then the next one is B2. So write similarly, probability of B2 into probability of A given B2 plus etc. plus what is the last one? Bn. So plus probability of Bn into probability of A given Bn. So this formula is given by the Bayes theorem. So when you are asked about Bayes theorem, write these points. The first one, it is related to inverse probability. Then the next one, using this, we usually find the probability of a cause that made the event happen. Then the next point, if there are n number of cases B1, B2, etc. Bn, usually we say that these are mutually exclusive. This B1, B2, etc. Bn are mutually exclusive causes which affected the happening of A. Then the probability of a particular cause Bk given A is denoted by, or it is found using the formula probability of Bk into probability of A given Bk divided by probability of B1 into probability of A given B1 plus probability of B2 into probability of A given B2 plus etc. plus probability of Bn into probability of A given Bn. So this is what we are going to find using Bayes theorem. So now we can discuss a problem related to inverse probability. So such problems related to inverse probability can be solved using Bayes theorem. That is the application of Bayes theorem. Okay. So first of all, when you get a question, you have to identify that the question is related to inverse probability. For that, here, listen to the question first. There are 2 urns, one containing 5 white and 4 black balls, and the other containing 6 white and 5 black balls. One urn is chosen and one ball is drawn. If it is white, what is the probability that the urn selected is the first? This is the question we are given. So here we can just have a figure. So it is given that there are 2 urns, right? So you can draw the first urn A, and the second urn B. So in the first urn, it is given that there are 5 white and 4 black balls. And in the second urn, it is given that there are 6 white and 5 black balls, right? Now it is given that one urn is chosen. We don't know which urn they have chosen. So either this urn is chosen or this urn is chosen. And the ultimate result is that one ball is drawn. So from this one or this one, they have drawn one ball. And it is given that that ball is white. So if this is white, we have to find the probability that, what is the question? What is the probability that the urn selected is the first? So we have to find the probability of this one. Which means that, as I told you with the previous example, if the question is like this, these are known as the causes and this is the final effect. Right? So we can call the causes as B1, B2, etc. Here we have only 2 causes, so we have B1 and B2. And the ultimate event we can always call as A. So here, let A be the event of getting a white ball or drawing a white ball. And B1 is the event of choosing the first urn or urn A. And B2 is the event of choosing the second urn, which is urn B. Either you can write urn 1 and urn 2, or you can write urn A and urn B. It's up to you. So we have to find the probability that the urn chosen is the first one. Right? See, this is the question. What is the probability that the urn selected is the first? which means that we have to find the probability of B1. So, from this we can understand that this question is related to inverse probability because we are asked to find the probability for a particular cause B1. Right? So, if we are asked to find the probability of B1, as I told you earlier, we have to use Bayes' theorem, and by Bayes' theorem, what is the formula for probability of B1? We have to represent that probability as probability of B1 given A. So, this is the probability that we are going to find because we are given that the ball obtained is white, which means that A has already happened. Then, what is the probability of B1? What is B1? Choosing first turn. Okay, so I am writing here, let B1 be the event of choosing earn A, and B2 is the event of choosing earn B, and A is the event of getting a white ball. Then we have to find the probability of choosing the first earn given that we already got a white ball, which means that we have to find probability of B1 given A. Is that clear? Now, using Bayes' theorem, we know that in order to find this probability, we can use the formula probability of B1 given A is equal to probability of B1 into the reverse one, that is probability of A given B1. Here it is B1 given A. So, here we can write A given B1 divided by now all the possibilities like probability of B1 into probability of A given B1 plus probability of B2 into probability of A given B2. Now, we have to substitute all these values here. So, first we can find the probabilities. What is the probability of B1? What is B1? Choosing earn A, right? So, what is the probability of choosing earn A? Here we have two earns, right? So, there are two earns. So, the probability of choosing the first earn is, usually the formula for probability is favorable by total, right? So, there are two earns, total there are two earns. So, the probability of B1 is total 2 earns, and for B1 only 1 earn is favorable, right? So, probability of choosing B1 is 1 by 2. Similarly, probability of B2 choosing the second earn is also 1 by 2. Both have equal chance, right? So, this is 1 by 2. This one is also 1 by 2. Now, we have to find the probability of A given B1 and probability of A given B2, right? Now, what is the meaning of probability of A given B1? It means that the probability of happening of the event A given that B1 has already occurred. So, here A is the event of getting a white ball and B1 is choosing earn A. So, this means that this is the probability of getting white ball given that we have chosen earn A. So, if we have chosen earn A, what is the probability of getting a white ball? There are 5 white balls and total number of balls are 9, 5 plus 4, 9. So, the probability of A given B1 can be written as 5 divided by 9, favorable by total. In earn A, the probability of a white ball is 5 by 9. And what is P of A given B2? The probability of getting a white ball if the earn chosen is the second one. So, if we have chosen earn B, what is the probability of getting a white ball? Number of favorable cases 6 divided by total number of cases 6 plus 5, 11. So, 6 by 11 is the probability of getting a white ball if the earn chosen is the second one, right? Now, we can substitute these values here. So, what will we get? Probability of B1 is 1 by 2 into probability of A given B1 is 5 by 9 divided by, again probability of B1 1 by 2 into A given B1 5 by 9 plus probability of B2 again 1 by 2 into probability of A given B2 6 by 11. So, when we do the calculation, what we will get? 1 by 2 into 5 by 9, this is 5 by 9. So, what will we get? We get 5 by 18 divided by 5 by 18 plus 6 by 22, right? When we solve this, we will get 5 by 18 divided by, when we add these, we will get 109 divided by 198. Again, when we divide these two fractions, the final answer will be 55 divided by 109. This is the final answer. So once again, if we go through this problem, what you can see is, I'll just explain once again. Here we have two urns, urn A and urn B. It is given that one ball is taken and the ball obtained is white. Then we are asked to find, if the ball obtained is white, what is the probability that the urn chosen is the first one? That is, we are asked to find the probability of B1 given that A has already occurred, which means we are asked to find probability of B1 given A. Okay, so here B1 is the event of choosing the first urn, B2 is the event of choosing the second urn, and A is the event of getting a white ball. So since this is a problem in inverse probability, we use Bayes' theorem to solve this problem. Again, by Bayes' theorem, we use the formula P of B1 given A is equal to P of B1 into P of A given B1 divided by P of B1 into P of A given B1 plus P of B2 into P of A given B2. Now we can find each of these probabilities. What is P of B1? Probability of choosing the first urn. Since there are two urns and one urn is related to B1, we can write the probability as 1 by 2. Similarly, probability of B2 is also 1 by 2. Probability of A given B1, which means that probability of getting a white ball given that the urn chosen is the first one. If the urn is the first one, what is the probability of white? 5 by 9. Now, if the urn chosen is the second one, the probability of getting a white ball is 6 by 11. So, we get probability of A given B2 is 6 by 11. Now, substituting these values in the formula of Bayes' theorem, it will be like this. And on solving that, we will get the answer 55 divided by 109. Okay. Hope this is clear for you. Now, we can move on to another problem which is related to Bayes' theorem. So, this is the next question. See, the probability that a doctor will diagnose a particular disease correctly is 0.6. The probability that a patient will die by his treatment after correct diagnosis is 0.4, and the probability of death by wrong diagnosis is 0.7. So, a patient of the doctor who had the disease died. What is the probability that his disease was not correctly diagnosed? So, here when you go through the question, there are two cases. The first one is the doctor has diagnosed properly. It is diagnosed correctly. And the next possibility is that not diagnosed correctly. So, these are the two possibilities. Either the doctor diagnoses the disease correctly or he did not diagnose properly. So, in these two cases, it is given that the possibilities of a patient to die after correct diagnosis is given and after wrong diagnosis is also given. So, it is given that a patient of the doctor who had the disease died. So, a patient died is the result. So, the result is that a patient died. So, this is our event A. Now, which are the causes for the death of the patient? Either he may die after diagnosed properly or he may die after wrong diagnosis also. So, these two are the causes which affected this event, right? So, we can call the first cause as B1 and the next cause as B2. Okay. And we are asked to find what is the probability that his disease was not correctly diagnosed. His disease was not correctly diagnosed. Not correctly diagnosed means we have to find the probability of B2 and it is given that A has already occurred. Again, using Bayes' theorem, we have to find probability of B2 given A. So this is what we are going to find. Since this is related to inverse probability, as I told you, we have to make use of the Bayes theorem. So using Bayes theorem, we have to find probability of B2 given A. And what is the formula? Probability of B2 given A is equal to probability of B2 into probability of the reverse, that is probability of A given B2. Now we have to write all the cases B1 as well as B2, right? So probability of B1 into probability of A given B1. What is the next case? Probability of B2 into probability of A given B2. Okay, so if you want to write the events one by one, you can write. What is the event A here? So here the event A is that patient died. Patient died is the event A. What is the event B1? Event B1 is that disease diagnosed correctly. And B2 is the event not diagnosed correctly. Not diagnosed correctly. Okay. So we have to find this. Now, what is P of B2? So we have to find P of B2, P of A given B2, P of B1, P of A given B1. So, what is P of B1? How will you find P of B1? See, you can look at the question. It is given that B1 means probability of correct diagnosis, right? So, P of B1 means, here it is given, see, the doctor will diagnose a particular disease correctly is 0.6. So, 0.6 is the probability of correct diagnosis, which means that the probability of B1 is 0.6. Now, what is P of B2? The probability of not diagnosed correctly. So, the probability that the disease is not diagnosed correctly is P of B2. If the probability of correct diagnosis is 0.6, what is the probability of not correctly diagnosed? We know that the probability of the complement is 1 minus probability of the event, right? So, the probability of correct diagnosis is 0.6. So, the probability of wrong diagnosis is 1 minus 0.6. That we usually do. Probability of A complement or probability of not A is 1 minus probability of A. So, similarly, probability of B2 is 1 minus probability of B1 is equal to 1 minus 0.6, which is 0.4. Right? Now, what is probability of A given B2? What is the meaning of probability of A given B2? Probability that A, what is A? Patient died given that his disease is not correctly diagnosed. B2 means not correctly diagnosed. So, if the disease is not correctly diagnosed, what is the probability that the patient die? See, it is given. The probability that a patient will die by his treatment after correct diagnosis is 0.4 and by wrong diagnosis is 0.7. So, B2 is wrong diagnosis. So, after wrong diagnosis, the possibility that the patient die is 0.7 and probability of A given B1, that is the probability that patient will die after correct diagnosis is given as 0.4 in the question. See, the patient will die after correct diagnosis is 0.4. That is probability of A given B1. We can substitute all those values here. Then what will we get? This is equal to, what is P of B2? 0.4. Probability of A given B2 is 0.7 divided by probability of B1 0.6 into probability of A given B1 0.4 plus again probability of B2 0.4 into probability of A given B2 0.7. So, when you do this, what will you get? 0.28 divided by 0.24 plus 0.28. So, this is equal to 0.28 divided by 0.24 plus 28, 52. So, when you divide these two, you will get 0.54. So, this is the probability that if the patient die, it is because of not properly diagnosed. So, this is the required probability. So, the questions like these can be solved using inverse probability concept, and for solving such problems we can make use of Bayes theorem, and this is the formula which we have to study importantly in order to solve these types of questions. So hope you have understand. If there are any doubts, please let me know. Thank you so much.